Statesman Nation here with Robert Phiakeo, a junior first baseman from San Diego, California. Rob, appreciate coming in here for a few minutes.
Thanks for having me.
Chatting with us. You guys just got done with practice. Practice good today?
Yeah, a little easy, taking it easy, ready for this weekend. You know?
Sure. 4-game set against AIB.
Yeah.
It's a big set. You guys are right there in the mix of it all. Don't want to be giving up any ground, but can definitely gain some ground on teams in the conference. So talk about how you guys are prepared this week. I mean, obviously you just had games against Grandview on Wednesday, but preparing for AIB.
Well, I didn't play last year.
Sure.
I was back home, and then Coach said AIB, everybody's returning.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be a tough team,
Right.
So we just got to come out fighting from
Sure.
the start. And we won 4,
Right.
settle for 3.
Sure.
But we need these games.
Yeah, definitely. Talk about yourself personally. I think you were kind of in the mix for both corner spots at the start of the year when I was talking with Coach Laird. So landed there at first. How do you feel like the progression of this season has gone from, I guess your JUCO to where you are now? How do you feel like everything's clicking?
Good. Last year I took a year off.
Right. Okay. So the year before.
Yeah. Everything's good right now. Just trying to work through a couple of injuries still.
Right.
Just a couple of things nagging.
Sure.
But just trying to stay consistent and help
Right.
the team win as much as possible.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
As far as batting, I mean, you're hitting the ball well. Obviously, you're seeing it pretty well. What's the key in your mind to being a successful batter?
Just have an approach.
Right.
You got to be smarter than the pitcher.
Right.
You just got to know the counts. You got to
Sure.
know the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know tendencies. You got to know
Right.
what pitches he threw before. You
Sure.
got to know velocity, spin. There's a lot of things that goes into it, but other
Right.
than that, it's just pretty simple. Just see the ball, hit the ball. But there's a lot more than that. But you just got to be simple and just be smarter than the pitcher.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure. What's your favorite pitch to see? I would think fastball just seems like the obvious choice there. But maybe you're a curveball hitter. Maybe you just drop that. I'm gonna hammer it.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't really have a favorite pitch. Like when I go up to bat, my idea is, if I see anything spinning within the first 2 strikes, I'm just that kind of guy that just wouldn't swing.
Right.
I'm not going to get myself out. You
Right.
have 3 strikes to work
Sure.
with, so I just like to be ready for anything almost.
Right.
I noticed that I hit a lot with 2 strikes.
Right.
This year, a lot of hits that came off 2 strikes.
Sure.
I won't swing first pitch a lot, but if it's there, I'm going to
Right.
swing.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's where my timing's off or something like that,
Right.
there's no way I'm going to just
Sure.
get myself out and just take away an AB.
Right. Yeah.
And
Give yourself an opportunity to see some
Yeah.
pitches, and obviously that can help
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
the next at bat as well. What's the best part of your game, and what do you need to work on maybe?
I feel like I could work on everything, honestly. I really don't know what the best part of my game is. Maybe my approach to hitting, I guess.
Sure. You're just nice and prepared.
Yeah,
Right.
just being smarter than the guy, and
Right.
I guess I work on everything.
Sure.
You can always be better.
Always improve.
Yeah.
Definitely. Talk about how the infield is progressing. You guys have had several people in and out. I know Show's been hurt a little bit, but it seems like everybody's solid defensively.
Yeah.
Talk about the roles there first off, how everybody works together and the roles of the infield.
Yeah, right now we all get along.
Right.
We communicate well. And Connor over there is just blocking everything, making the routine plays,
Right.
of course, and then making that diving play when we need it.
Sure.
And then Willie transitioning from third to short,
Right.
he's been doing a really good job over there. It's been a little tough, of course, but I mean,
Sure.
it's a different position.
Right,
Stuff like that, but he's still doing really good,
Right. Yeah.
And then Show, of course, getting injured, but he's still solid, making
Right.
routine plays.
And then Charlie stepping up
Charlie
as a
stepping
freshman.
up, yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Sure. And then obviously you have Pat behind the plate.
Mhm.
He's calling out I assume he's calling out the defenses and stuff, and getting everybody in the right position. So what's the first baseman's role in all of that? Or are you just the same as everybody else outside of
Well, everybody has a different role, of course.
Right.
The leader of the infield, of course, is the shortstop.
Sure.
You have Pat back there, calling bunt coverages,
Right.
stuff like that. So everybody has their own different role, and I guess mine would be just kind of keep everybody in
Sure.
check, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
I really,
Do you consider yourself, obviously we don't have a lot of power on the team, but there's always a potential for a bomb. Do you consider yourself someone who could hit the long shot if come to be? Have you bulked up enough, I guess is my question.
I mean, I don't really look to hit it.
Right.
I mean, I'm in the four hole hitting.
Right. But just more of RBI.
Yeah, RBIs, gaps, but if
Sure.
time to time I'll run into one, of course.
Right.
But I don't really look to hit the ball over
Right.
the fence.
Sure.
Just solid line drives.
Right.
The guys on third, one out, pop up in the outfield.
Sure.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just want to get as many runs as possible,
Right.
of course.
Definitely. Well, cool. Again, you guys have 4 games against AIB, so best of luck there. We'll get right into the fun stuff, talking about your favorite things and such. So, Robert Phiakeo, what is your nickname? Do you have one, I guess?
Just call me Rob. A couple guys been calling me Bobby Swag.
Yeah. You're bringing it out, right?
Yeah, I don't really.
Not feeling it, huh?
No, not really. It's whatever, yeah.
There you go. Talk about why you chose William Penn.
Well, last year I took the year off, of course, and then I wanted to play somewhere, of course. And the program here is really well. They've had a really good history and stuff like that.
Right.
And a lot of guys, I didn't know anybody coming here,
Right.
and I looked at the roster, and a lot of guys from California. And
Right.
transition from, if I'm going to go somewhere else besides my home state,
Right.
it'd be nice to be comfortable and relate to people kind of thing.
Sure, definitely. I mean, obviously there's probably hundreds of junior colleges in California.
Yeah.
But obviously there's a lot of guys from the LA area and some others from San Diego and such in that area. How many of these guys maybe you didn't play on the same team, but did you play against any of these guys in your past JUCO life, I guess?
Yeah, well, I've never played Josh Ruiz. He went to one of our JUCOs that we played,
Right.
but he was, I think he left the year before. He came here the
Yeah,
year before.
and then he got hurt that first year, so this is actually his 3rd year. So
I played Tyler Martinez.
Okay.
We knew of each other in high school kind of thing too.
Sure.
And then JP Rios.
Mhm.
He actually went to my JUCO for classes.
Oh, okay.
But then he played at San Diego City.
Okay.
So we knew, and we were in the same class.
Right,
So yeah.
right. That's funny. Cool.
Yeah.
Describe Coach Laird in one word.
Determined.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you were a superhero, who would you be?
Flash, I guess. I don't know. I want to be faster.
There you go. Everybody wants to be fast.
Yeah.
People say you look like.
The little kid from Up. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I get that a lot, I guess, back home,
Yeah.
especially. But a lot of other people, but yeah.
Russell, right?
Yeah, Russell.
Yeah, I had to think about it. Yeah, Russell. Okay. Favorite movie?
I have a lot. I like The Lion King. I like a lot of Disney movies, I guess.
Yeah,
I like
nothing wrong with a good Disney movie.
Cool Runnings is cool.
There you go.
Lawless.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix right now.
Cool.
Cool Run. Yeah, I say Cool Runnings.
Cool.
Right
Favorite TV show?
now. Right now I'm watching Arrow.
Okay.
I like How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy is cool too, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lots of good ones.
Yeah.
Favorite food?
Seafood.
Okay.
Yeah, Mexican food.
Anything in particular?
Fish tacos, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But, there's a lot of spots in San Diego where.
I had a fish taco in San Diego once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rubio's the owner went to my high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was right. It's on the water next to like a block or few down from the USS whatever is in
sweet.
it. Yeah.
Cool.
So just a little shack right there. That was good. Goal in the sport.
To get an education, of course. You know what I mean. It's nice to feel like someone wants to have me here to play
Sure.
and get an education at the same time.
Right.
And stuff like that. So it's
Sure.
nice.
Currently listening to in your iPod or in your car or whatever.
I mean, before games, I like to listen to like John Legend, Sam
Yeah.
Smith, Ed Sheeran. A lot of the guys like the song "Thinking Out Loud."
Okay.
So it's our little thing, kind of.
Cool.
And A Tribe Called Quest.
There you go.
That's number one right there.
Man, I'm so old. You guys, I've asked that question for the whole year, and people come up with these different names. I'm like, wow, I don't listen to music anymore. I just listen to classic rock, so I'm so far behind on stuff.
Original.
Yeah, definitely. If you had $1 million, what would you buy?
An apartment complex. Invest in it. Fix
Cool.
it up.
Cool.
Rent it out.
There you
Get
go.
some more after that.
Invested. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. If you could play another sport outside of baseball, what would you play?
Player would be like a superstar, because I wouldn't want to be a superstar in soccer, you know.
Okay.
But just a player, probably like golf. I'm not very good.
Sure.
Slice everything.
Right.
But
you can just turn your body that way, so then
I mean, that's what I think, and then it's still I'll top the ball. Yeah, I mean, I gotta figure some stuff out.
Yeah.
More YouTube videos or something.
There you go. It's a tough sport. Favorite sports hero?
As weird as it sounds, like Barry Bonds, Alex
Okay.
Rodriguez, and
Sure.
Tony Gwynn. I like those guys.
Well, I mean, you're a baseball guy. It doesn't sound weird at all. Person in history you'd most like to meet?
Tony Gwynn, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, put on the recruiting hat. Well, actually, first off, you're a business management major. Obviously, you'd like to get into buying, you know, I assume that's actually what you'd like to get into is the kind of the real estate world in that respect. So is that what you want to do, or what's your future plans, I guess, with that major?
There's a lot of things I want to do with it.
Sure.
You know, of course, the investing in apartment complexes, but I've also want to just like own my own store back
Sure.
home, downtown San Diego, and I want to do a lot of things. You can
Right.
do a lot with business management.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
you just there's a lot of different things, and my mom's an accountant too,
Okay.
so it kind of runs
Sure.
in a way.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, now put the recruiting hat on. You're selling a kid to come to William Penn. How do you get him here? What do you tell him?
Well, basically look at the history
Right.
of the baseball team. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of championships that we've won.
Right.
You know, a lot of national championship appearances.
Sure.
And you want to go to a winning program, of
Right.
course. And the facilities are beautiful, like the
Sure.
pack.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the pack before I came here. I was just looking up pictures on like Google and stuff.
Right,
But when I
right.
got here, it's like I'm not used to being indoors all the time.
Yeah,
but
right.
If I were to be indoors, this
Yeah,
is
that's
ideal.
where you want to be. You
Yeah.
want to be in a position that you can actually do something indoors.
Exactly.
So definitely. Well, very cool. Well, Rob, appreciate you coming in for a few minutes.
Yeah.
It's always a blast talking to you guys. So best of luck. 1 o'clock tomorrow, AIB, noon on Sunday. Hopefully the weather will cooperate with everything.
Hopefully, I mean everything out here is bipolar.
Yeah, you just never know. It's
Probably
literally
snowing on Monday.
Yeah, it goes from 80 down to 20, back up to 150. Yeah, you don't know. So, well, hopefully it'll be good and we can get some good wins. So.
I get these wins. Yeah.
There you go. All right, thanks,
Cool.
man. Appreciate it.